Hello, my lovely viewers. Today, I've come to the farm to work in the plantain farming. For some time now, I've been telling you that my plantain farm is very bushy. Today, we are weeding it. It's part of the maintenance that you have to do. For the fact that it is a plantain does not mean that you should leave it down for the bush to engulf it. No, you have to maintain it, you have to weed it. And that's what we are doing. I and my team, Francis is here, Paul is here. We had a new member called Augustine. They are all here. So let me show you how the weeding is going, and I'll let you know, apart from the weeding that we are doing, other activities that needs to be performed in the plantain farming. And I want you to have the best of the best. So let me quickly show you. So like I said, we have started weeding. As you can see, the plantain starts from this side. So it starts from here. So if you see this whole row going, it is cleared. And the second row too is also being cleared. And we are on it. Yes, after the last time I did a video on the maintenance or the activities that you need to perform in your farm. Yes, as you can see, these leaves all need to be pruned. All these ones needs to be pruned. All these ones that you are seeing, they need to be pruned off to give a lot of air around the plant, so that it will look beautiful. It can also grow, and when sharing the nutrients, it will not continue to go to where the rotting part is. As soon as you cut it off, at least the rest of the nutrients need to be channeled to other areas. So then another thing I want to bring to your attention: when you plant your plantain, you can also plant cocoyam within the plantain lines, in between the lines. So this one, let me go back so that you see clearly. Everything that you are seeing in the row is cocoyam. Some time back we planted cassava within, but so this is a cocoyam that I'm clearing the weeds around it. This is also cocoyam. Now, as you wait for the plantain to mature within 1 year, it takes approximately 10 months to 11 months, 12 months for the plantain to work. You can grow cocoyam in your plantain lines to be giving you cocoyam leaves for your stew. Or if you choose to leave the leaves without harvesting them, it is going to give you cocoyam. Cocoyam. That's the cocoyam, mankani. In Ghana, the accounts call it mankani, or the areas also called makani. Yes, so this is what we are doing. This Augustine that has joined the team today. Augustine, say hi to our hi. Okay, so what should they do? They should subscribe to the channel, right? Yeah, tell them to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so we are weeding. We are clearing the weeds. Okay, he has done well. He has weed around the cotombre. So as you can see, this cotombre they've weeded around it. This one we've harvested all the the leaves. Maybe another time I have to also do a video on how to maintain your cocoyam. So this one is very beautiful. We are weeding around it so that it can get all the nutrients that they need. Then this one is turkey berries. Turkey berries. It has flowers a lot. Mostly we don't maintain turkey berries, but people who are going to it as a full-time business can take care of it. They will make sure they provide the necessary nutrient the turkey berry needs. Okay, another maintenance, serious maintenance I have to do in the on the plantain. You see these suckers, there are a lot here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are too plenty. After the first harvest, this is the first harvest, I need to add more organic manure to it, remove some and replant it elsewhere. Okay, these are a lot of cotombres here. Yes, we intentionally planted them. This is cotombre, this one is cotombre, all these ones are all cotombre. We intentionally grew the cotombre so that we can have a lot of it. Okay, Francis, pull the weeds around the kotombre, yes, so that it will not, cocoyam will be competing with the weeds over nutrients, because the same nutrient that the cocoyam needs is the same nutrient that the weeds are also taking. You understand me? So if we don't weed, the reason why we weed is to, one, to clear the weeds for air to circulate around the farm or the plants. Two, to prevent the weeds from competing with the plant over nutrients. They all need nutrients to grow. So now that you have cut that one, it will not no more take any nutrients from the soil. You understand me? So it's only the plantain and the cocoyam that will take the nutrients. So that is the reason why we weed. One, to clear, to create space, air space for the plants to circulate. We can see some cassava in the farm. So if we don't weed, it will crowd over your farm. I'll show you a similar farm that I don't know what is wrong with the farmer. I don't know whether he has been sick or because of busy schedule, he has not been able to weed. Weeds have captured it. So if you don't, and the plantains are really struggling to even grow. Plantains need a very good airspace to grow. So if you don't maintain your plantain farming, they'll be struggling. So now, after weeding, the next maintenance activity I need to do is to clear all the dry branches that have fallen or are drying up. I need to cut them off, prune them off to maintain it. Then two, I need to also remove excess suckers that have germinated around the mother, or after the mother, the first harvest. I need to remove the excess suckers around it and replant them elsewhere. Then on and on, you keep on expanding your farm. One thing I want to say is that in case you want to start plantain farming, you don't need any huge plantain suckers to start. You need at least maybe 5 or 2 or 1. I had the opportunity to had 18, and I planted them out of the 18 or 25. I think 18 or 25, one of them. But only 15 or something that survived. But after my first harvest, that was last year, I started harvesting them. I noticed that the plantain suckers has started growing along the other plantains or the mother plantain. For instance, like this one that we are seeing here. This one that we are seeing here. So I uprooted some of them and planted them. And as we can see, I have a lot of small suckers that I can transplant. And in so doing, I'll be having a lot of plantain suckers. So if you are struggling to get suckers to plant, all you need to do is to maintain the one that you have or the one sucker that you have, and it will change your life. You begin to have a lot of plantain suckers, then you keep on expanding. You can do it commercial. For me, I'm just doing it for home consumption. If all of the plantain grow to a point whereby I can harvest, let's say 5 plantains at a go, that one I can decide to sell maybe 2 or 3. Then I can maybe eat, the family and I will consume maybe 1 or 2, or I can even dash some out. So until I start harvesting that bamba harvest, I can decide to sell some. For me, it is for home consumption. But for you, if you decide to treat it as commercial, it is allowed. You can start doing that small. If you have a piece of land lying there which you are not using, you can start doing that. You can start with just one plantain sucker, and within 2 years, I promise you, are going to have more than close to 5 to 10 plantain in your farm. It's all about determination. It's all about preparation. It's all about vision. For me, I want to reduce the amount of money I spend on food in the market, so that I can save money to do something else. if I get a piece of land, if you don't have land, somebody, for me, I don't have the land. I borrowed it from a friend who is not ready to farm or to build his house on it. So he gave it to me to farm until he tells me that, oh, now I want to take my land. I'm ready to use it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just planting and I'm using it. I've not even given him some. I've not given him some. Yes. I'm consuming whatever I've planted so far because he's not in Ghana. So I cannot even go and give it to him. He's outside. How will you package a plantain and go and give it to him? He's not ready. He's eating better food than the plantain I'm eating. By the way, plantain is better. It's better than fried rice. So that's just by the way. So you can borrow somebody's plot of land that he's not doing anything on it. It could be in the city, it could be in Accra, it could be in Kumasi, it could be in Koforidua. Wherever you find yourself, you can plant something. Yes, you can plant something beautifully. So this is another turkey berry that I have here. Let me show you. This turkey berry. Yes. Now I had information that there's some quantity of rubber that they use to measure it, and they sell it somehow 100 Ghana cedis per that rubber measurement, and it is money if you can do plantain and have turkey berries in your farm within the plantain farming to praise the Lord. So this is my plantain farming. This is the maintenance that we are currently doing. I'll show you when we are fully done, and you see how the inside the plantain, the lines are clean. So as you can see, this line here, it is perfectly clean. There's no weeds here. Yes. I just want to bring this to your attention. There's a farm nearby that they grew a lot of maize. As you can see, you see a lot of sticks standing. Yes, it's maize that they have planted and it grew up. It was fresh and they harvested it green like that, and they've sold everything in the farm. So this one, the person can replant or he can plant another maize again for within the season. Now, this is the farm that I wanted to show you. If you fail to maintain your farm, this is how it's going to be like. You see the weeds competing with the cassavas, the coconut tree, the tree, everything that they have planted. The weeds have engulfed it. Now the whole farm is very bushy. The plants are struggling to survive. Why? Because you see this plantain, this one there, the one there, yes, is struggling to, let me see if I can zoom it. Yes, this plantain, it is struggling. Why? Because they have not been able to weed the farm. So the weeds are competing, are taking all the nutrient. They are not giving enough space so that air will circulate around the plant. So this one, they have to cut it. They have to weed first, cut it so that it will regrow. See these young ones, the ones here, the weeds has engulfed them. These are the weeds even growing taller. So they are suppressing the plantain, so they cannot grow well. These sides to the same thing. The same, you see the weeds. So this is what happens to your plantain or your crop. You see these plantains, they are very tiny because they are not getting all the nutrients that they need and the air space to breathe. You see this one falling down. So basically, it's not like I'm laughing with the farm. Sometimes it could be that he's so occupied, or maybe his job has transferred him to another place or something like that. It could be that, or maybe he's sick and they cannot weed. And one big problem that we do is that we, the farmers, we don't want our children to learn how to farm. We don't teach our children to farm. We only want them to go to school. And this is what happens. And your children will be there and they don't know how to help you weed your farm. So this one, all that he has done, yes, he might get some cassava, but not as 100% like the way he's supposed to get it. So if you see this side, the weeds are covered, engulfed the plants. You see this plantain, they are all struggling. So I just want to bring, I'm not laughing at the man, but I just want you to know the consequences if you fail. You see this one, you have to weed it. So I just want to show you the consequences of failing to maintain your farm. and this is the results that you get. But if you maintain your farm well, like what I'm doing, fine. I don't get all the time. That's why sometimes I bring labor to support me. We are almost done weeding the plantain farm. This is the whole plantain farm that you are seeing. From here down to this place is the whole farm. Let me take it again from this angle. You can see one plantain over there. Okay, so starting from there to this place. So this is the whole farm. This is the whole farm. Okay, so we are done clearing the bush. This is the last part. I think, let me give you an update on those plantains that we planted. I think this is one. It is growing nicely. So Augustine, weed around it so that it will show clearly, so that we will know that yes, we have fulfilled our promise of clearing the bush. Today we have finished clearing the bush. So this is the plantain. It is growing nicely. It is looking beautiful and healthy now. So now no weeds will try to compete with this plantain, because we have cleared the weeds around. So if any nutrients that is in the soil, it is the plantain that will get it. Secondly, air will blow around it. The weeds will not engulf it, will not put pressure on it, will not put will not burden the plants. The plant can grow freely where the direction that it wants to go, the leaves, the heights, it will go easily. So that is the importance of clearing the farm. And this part too, this is one of the plantains that we weeded. Oh, you have poured sand. So we can use the leaves, the weeded leaves, to do mulching around the plants, and we'll pour organic manure. So this is the organic manure. These are some cassavas. And let's look at one of the plantain that we planted the last time. Here is it. It is growing nicely. We've weeded around it. And there's another one too. With that, we planted, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the fourth one. 1, 2, 3. This is 4. Number 4. It is growing very fast too. Let me go back again. It is really growing fast. Number 4, and this is number 5 in the cucumber farm. I have to just do some cucumber around it very fast. So this is 5. This is number 6. This one too, and number 7. It is growing very fast. 7, and this is number 8 and number 9. So this is the plantain farm. So you can see this line, it is clear. And let's go to the second line. This line too is also cleared. But you can see cocoyam in the middle. Yes, let's get closer as I showed earlier. Let's get closer again. We are done weeding. So this is how clear the plantain farm is. And if you take this line too, it's also cleared. It's also cleared, but we have turkey berry and cocoyam leaves. So these are the cocoyam leaves in the line. I planted them in the line so that this is turkey berry. The accounts call it samantroba. So this is my cocoyam. This line too is cleared. But if you observe very carefully, you realize that this part of the plantain is not doing well. This side to this line is not doing well. What could be the cause? What could be the problem? If you have any idea, put it in the comment section. I've planted a lot of cocoyam in the middle here so that it will give me a lot of cocoyam. for home consumption, and cocoyam leaves to give me two things, cocoyam and cocoyam leaves. Now, one thing about the cocoyam is that if you consume the leaves, it will be hard for the cocoyam to form underneath. So if you want cocoyam, you have to preserve the leaves. You don't plug it, so that the cocoyam beneath the plants will form. But if you kind of like plug it, it will be very difficult for the cocoyam to do well. So that is the only advice. I have some cassava in the line too. So now I have to really take care of this. Now, this one, if I mean taking care of it means that I need to provide more manure to the plants and reduce the number of suckers in around. So this one we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, too much crowded in one place, so I have to separate it and remove some and leave maybe 2 or 3 and add more organic manure so that they can grow fast. So if you have any suggestion, any idea why this part of my plantain is not doing well, it's only this side, the bigger part, that is really growing well, but this side is not really doing well. I don't know whether it's because it's close to the palm trees or the bush. So maybe I have to clear the bush at least 1 meter away so that I can have a healthy plantain. Let me go to the top. This one, yes, like I was saying, this one has broken down. I don't know what happened. It grew lean. It didn't really do well, and it fell. So this is the fruit. It is not good. So this side of the farm is not doing well. This is the part that is not doing well. So when you take this line, so this is the line, it's cassava. I don't know, maybe the cassava is disturbing it, but I'll be clearing all the cassavas so that it will be left with only the plantain at one side. I started with between 18 to 25 plantains, and this is what I have now. This one, for instance, I have to remove the excess. I have to remove the excess and treat it well before I plant. You see the one in the middle there, that one, it will never do well. This one, the one that you are seeing, that very one, this one, it will not do well. So unless you remove it and you replant it. So if you are somewhere and you are struggling, see this one also germinating. So this one like this, you can remove it and replant it somewhere else. This one too is not doing well. So we can remove that whole sucker, cut it off and replant it. I have to do maintenance, 2 maintenance in the plantain farm. 1, trim all the dry leaves or the branches that are dried, then add manure to this side of the plantain that are not really doing well. It's only this line which is really doing well, and it is close to the manure that I have dumped there. So that's the manure I have dumped there. So those ones are doing better than the other side. So I have to transfer more of the manure to that side. So basically this is what I want to bring to you. This is what we have done today. We weeded the plantain farm. The farm is neat now. If you take this line, you can see that the line is clear now. So the weeds that were around the plantain are cleared. So now air will blow in the farm, or air will blow around the plantain, and they will never be struggling or competing with nutrients with the weeds. So now the farm is neat and beautiful. I said I'll be cleaning it. Finally, I have cleaned it today. So I'm happy. On behalf of myself, I want to thank my team, Paul. I want to thank Augustine. I want to thank Francis. They are my team, helping me in the farming, weeding, and doing all those jobs that need help. So I want to thank them. I want to say I really appreciate it. I want to also thank my followers, my subscribers, my viewers. Somebody can be a viewer but is not a subscriber, I want to use this opportunity to thank everyone. I really appreciate your commitment, your effort. I want to bless you for being part of us, for being a little contribution that you have done by sharing our video. We want to say thank you. And if you are now watching us or you are the first time watching us, we want to say welcome and join our community by subscribing to the channel and share our videos, learn from it. All these things are educative videos that I want to share with you people, especially the youths who are struggling, thinking about what to do. This is what you can do. You can do farming and it will bring results. So let me show you one plantain that is almost ready, getting to be harvested. Let me show it here. So here is it. Let me turn the camera. It's not ready for harvesting, but it's almost. So this one among the plantains have come. So this year I'll be harvesting. Maybe in 2 months time it will be ready for harvesting. And the potential ones that I'm expecting to come is this one. Potential plantains that may come is this one or this one. There's another one too somewhere. This one is potential to produce fruits soon. This one too, and this one. So all that is needed is to pour some manure around it, and I'll be doing that next week. Today we are done with the work that we are doing. You see how the line is clean and straight, but you can only find cocoyam in the farm. So I want to use this opportunity to thank everyone. I really appreciate all that you've done for us. So thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.